What does the name Blippi mean to you? For most people, it means educational content for children right here on YouTube. But to me, it means two grown men in a bathroom playing with some forbidden fudge. Blippi is a massive content creator on YouTube that makes videos for kids. It's supposed to be educational content, and he has seen enormous success from it. However, before he was Blippi, he went by a very different name, a name that may still haunt some of you that recall the 2013 Harlem Shake trend, a name that may be burned into the very deepest parts of your brain that I'm about to unlock. Steezy Grossman. Now I want to be clear up front, this isn't me trying to expose Blippi. He's actually talked about this numerous times about how regretful he is for the video he made as Steezy Grossman, the now iconic shock video, Harlem Shake Poop. The reason I talk about it is because I find it to be an extremely entertaining topic because the video is so ridiculous. I don't think his past of making a shock video should affect his future and his current success in any way at all. It's not that big of a deal or anything, and it doesn't make him dangerous to be producing children's content or anything. It's just a really silly topic. So basically, in 2013, when the Harlem Shake trend was at its height, when it was taking the internet by storm, Steezy Grossman was making some gross videos, as the name would imply, and he hatched a nefarious idea, diabolical, to do the Harlem Shake, but then shit during it. But not just like shit on the floor. That's uninteresting. People do that all the time. Dogs do that. And what separates us from animals? Our creativity. So Steezy got to cooking. What if he took a shit into someone else's spread butthole? Now you can see the gears are turning. He's making a fine cuisine here of a viral video. And he did just that. Him and a friend go into a bathroom. His friend lays on the floor and throws his legs over his head, like a position out of the Kama Sutra. Steezy Grossman gets on top of a toilet, and by God, he fucking blasts his friend's ass with feces. And they're doing the Harlem Shake dance, so they're shaking around while he's getting shit on. And that's the whole video. That's the Harlem Shake poop. Now, there's no information that I can find on his friend. I don't know who that friend was, but they are a champion of strength to agree to something like this. What a warrior. I don't know if they died from it and Steezy hid the body, so we just never hear from that guy, but there is no information I can find on that mysterious individual. He is more mysterious than DB Cooper. I would love to know what happened to that guy. Like, what the fuck is DB Pooper in the Harlem Shake poop video doing right now? Like, because he has to see Blippi's success. And he has to know where Blippi came from. So, like, I can only pray that he is equally as successful in some kind of different venture. I don't really know. But anyway, I got to talking about this topic on stream the other night. And I just want to show the clips from it. Because I really do think the Harlem Shake poop event, the cataclysm, is so entertaining to talk about. Especially knowing that from that birthed one of YouTube's biggest children's content creators. It's just so fascinating. Did you see the Spanish politician that stepped down due to a video of him eating poop leaking out? Man, actually 2 girls, 1 cupped? No, I did not hear about that. Can I find it by typing in Spanish politician poop? Spanish politician resigns after resurfaced videos eating his own feces and asking to be humiliated. Man, you didn't have to eat shit. You could have just signed up for one of the alpha male boot camps. He's making a pog face. It looks like he took a bite out of the poop pile and then pogged. He said he wanted to be exposed, humiliated, and degraded. Well, that's the way to do it. I mean, eating poop and taking photos and whatever and posting them, that is how you will get that. If Blippi survived it, I'm sure this guy can too. Yeah, but Blippi wasn't eating poop. Like, if here, for those that don't remember, Blippi had a video a long time ago with his old persona. It was harlemshakepoop.com. He did the Harlem Shake, and his shock was he shit into another guy's asshole. So he stood on top of a bathroom sink, and his friend, like, bent over, like, legs over head style, and Blippi diarrheaed into his butt for the Harlem Shake trend back in the day. And Blippi has clearly rebranded from that and he's become enormously successful He's now a massive kids YouTuber. But if Blippi in the Harlem Shake poop video was the man getting pooped in, he probably wouldn't have come back from it. He was the shitter instead of the shitty. So he was able to push forward unscathed. It's all about the positioning. They saved that for the Snyder cut. Yeah, they switched positions. We talked about this with Meat Canyon on the podcast a while ago because he didn't know about it. I'm always surprised more people don't know that. That was a very popular video back then too. It's like the number one like tidbit of Blippi lore. He's addressed it I think like 3 or 4 times now. He's talked about it. He's like, yeah, you know, it was a little wild back in the day. Regret it. Is what it is. Can't change it. He's like, yeah, you know, you're not wrong. Did their butts kiss? No, man. What? It was like their altitude was different. So Blippi was on the sink, shitting into the other guy's ass. So he like blew his shit into his hole, and it like runs down him and drips down him as they're like gyrating on the toilet. No, it was on the sink, wasn't it? I'm almost positive it was the sink, but it's been a little while since I've seen it. It might have been on the toilet. Can't quite recall now. Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what he went by back then. Steezy Grossman. That's right. Steezy Grossman was his old persona before Blippi. But wouldn't he take it down if he regretted it? Yeah, but you kind of caught between a rock and a hard place at that point, because if you take it down, it's like you're trying to hide it. So like, you could make an argument like, oh, you know, he's trying to brush his past away as opposed to just taking it head on like a man. And then you also have the other side where it's like, well, why wouldn't he take it down if he regrets it? So, like, you can't really win in that situation. So, I don't know. Maybe he just made the decision that ultimately made the most sense to him. It's not going anywhere. Like, it's been re-uploaded 1,000 times, even outside of HarlemShakePoop.com. Lol, the guy almost vomits at the bottom. Yeah, that guy got the absolute worst end of that bargain. Blippi went on to be this massively wealthy, successful kids channel. The guy that he shit in... Who knows where he is? Man's probably under a bridge somewhere shaking his fist. Damn you, Blippi. Why Harlem Shake poop? You ruined everything. He created his own supervillain. He probably also got some kind of infection from it too. From Ouroborosing poop. Though, I will say, it's not like all of it went inside. It wasn't like a slam dunk. Like, a lot of the shit missed, mostly. And got, like, a lot on his cheeks and on, like, dripping down his thigh. First take, you think? I would say most likely first take. I would say with a high level of confidence, they probably went with the first take wonder on that one. I know. It's always surprising me more people don't know that. People have talked about that for a long time. But somehow it always just like falls to the wayside out of the public consciousness. Probably just because it is so yucky. I think he explained how they came to that idea. I'll double check. Like, the process of making the Harlem Shake poop. Because you'd have to wonder who would agree to be the guy that's getting shit on. Yeah, there's even a whole section dedicated to it on the Wikipedia. The 2013 video performed the Harlem Shake on a toilet and defecated on a naked friend. It was unearthed by BuzzFeed in 2019, and he said, at the time I thought this sort of thing was funny, but really it was stupid and tasteless, and I regret having ever done it. Oh, it turns out he actually did use DMCA takedown notices to remove the video from social media. But the website's still up, isn't it? Maybe he just re-uploads. He's like, you know, if you guys are going to see it, I want you to go to the source. I want you guys to still support my domain. The report reveals how John Grossman's character featured in a number of adult-themed comedy skits and videos with names such as Turd Boy and Underwear Man. One video in particular entitled Harlem Shake Poop shows Grossman taking part in a particularly nasty version of the popular internet meme. The online challenge from 2013 consisted of one person dancing. Yeah, and it just explains that. Yes, I did make out gross out comedy videos when I was in my early 20s, long before I started Blippi. At the time, I thought this sort of thing... Yeah, okay. I've grown up a lot since then, and I trust people see me as the person I am now, not the idiot I was back then. I really thought he talked more about it. So I guess we'll never know how they decided who would be the one on the toilet and who would be the one on the floor. It'll remain a mystery. How much would you do it for? Have someone poop in me? I don't think there'd be enough money for that. I'm already a hypochondriac as is. I don't know if you could pay me enough for that. I'd be so afraid. $100 million. I mean, yeah, I guess $100 million, but that's not like a reasonable amount. No one would ever pay that. I think the guy was talking within like a realm of reason of like sick fetishists. No one would ever pay $100 million to Hershey squirt in my ass or anything. P. Diddy would. Not even P. Diddy would. P. Diddy would sooner send a League of Assassins to force me to do it for free than pay $100 million for the privilege.